This is Final Voice TV, your favorite channel on YouTube. It's been a while I came your way with such lively show. I would like to comment on the Kevin Taylor Okatakyie Afrifa beef or fighting or whatever you may call it. I think it's becoming one too many of these young men in the media space. We appreciate their work. I love Kevin Taylor. I love Okatakyie Afrifa. They've been doing their work. They've been doing their part when it comes to democracy or politics in Ghana. But what are we seeing recently? It's been too much. It's like I have a scandal to publish about you. I mean, a scandal about you to publish. And it's about I am no more doing the work of NDC or MPP, or I think the NDC bought a car for your father or whatever. I think we need to add our voices to this, and I would like to say something little about what is happening. First, I would like to talk about Afrifa, who is now calling himself a social commentator. What? You did a great job at Happy FM. I used to watch you. I mean, your days at Happy FM. Very excellent show and program. Then you moved to Radio XYZ. That was even the best of all. Very smart, intelligent, and what have you. But I was a bit surprised to hear that you've quit your job at Radio XYZ. And on top of it, I'm being told that you think ex-president John Dramani Mahama cannot say that he will cancel or scrap off ex gratia when given the chance to rule Ghana again. Why do you say that, my brother Afrifa, that John Dramani Mahama cannot say that when given the chance again to lead Ghana, to be Ghana's president, he cannot scrap off ex gratia? I think your comment, I have listened to you from the days of Mahama should refund the money he's taking so far. Mahama doesn't have that moral right. I think you have to revisit your comment. I think you goofed. You goofed, and it's about time you did some introspection of yourself. I mean, self-introspection. We all knew, we knew you belong to the MPP. But your job at Happy FM XYZ did not show that you are working for the MPP. You were so neutral. You were talking Ghana. You were discussing Ghana. But it's like there has been some changes. That veil of neutrality that we saw at XYZ is no more. Now you are hitting hard on John Mahama. And when you hit hard on John Mahama's followers will not allow you to hit hard on their leader. Because they believe that John Dramani Mahama is the next Ghana's president. So don't hate on John Dramani Mahama just to save yourself from this backlash from John Mahama's boys. Excuse my language. Let me say John Mahama's boys. You were hosting a show at XYZ, hosting the whole show at Happy FM. Now you say you were a social commentator at Media General. I have no problem with that, but just do some introspection. That you were having a nice show. You were talking Ghana. You were putting the facts out there. You were telling us why the MPP cannot lead Ghana in the coming years. You were telling us why Ghanaians should not vote for the MPP again. Then you turn around so quickly to say that John Mahama too is also not the choice. I mean, he cannot be the leader. So what do we do? The Fix the Country people are saying MPP is not the party to lead. The same Fix the Country people are saying NDC is not the party to lead. But do you have the numbers? Do you even have the structure to be called a third force in Ghana? It's about time you spared us this issue of Fix the Country third force. Let us see the structure. I would love to see a third force. Many guys out there would like to see a third force that can take over from MPP and NDC, because people have taken it to the limit. But what you guys are doing, the way you have organized yourself and calling yourself Fix the Country, might not work. You cannot be a third force now or tomorrow. And that is what Kwame A Plus told you. And that is what Ernesto Yeboah told you. And that is what Captain Smart told you guys. Now, Ohini David is in Germany, claiming he also belongs to the MPP. And he's working so hard against John Dramani Mahama. When you say MPP is not working or doing the job, then the next alternative should have been the NDC. We are from Ghana and we have two main parties. I'm not saying you should go and campaign for the NDC. I'm not saying waste your time and energy on NDC. But when you say the current government has failed Ghanaians, and you sincerely believe that we have a democracy, that tomorrow people should go to the polls and elect a different party, then trust you me that you know that the next alternative is the NDC. So when you want to tarnish the image of the NDC leader, people like, these NDC commentators will not spare you. And Kevin Taylor has been in the news campaigning for John Mahama and even predicting who is to be NDC chairman or secretary. So it tells us that Kevin is now wearing that glasses that is focusing on the NDC. Kevin Taylor is no more holding that double-edged sword. I will come to that. But I'm now focused on my dear brother, Afrifa Mensah. Please, 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 please. If you think you are acting this way against John Dramani Mahama and the MPP, then the Fix the Country should not let Ghanaians, the public, know your strategy, your structure. That party, that force that you think should be the third force. As at now, Ghanaians don't see that thing as a third force. To me, it was just a wave. It was just a wave that was just to pass through. And it is gone. I've seen Mr. Oliver Vamawa on platforms holding conferences. But still, there is something wrong. There is something that needs to be done for Ghanaians to know that you are a third force. If you cannot appear as a third force in Ghana, then please, Mr. Afrifa, spare Ghanaians of this alternative is scary. And John Mahama cannot lead Ghana. Or John Mahama doesn't have the moral right. When you say John Mahama doesn't have the moral right, then you're just calling for President Mahama's boys to come at you. In that way, you are no more neutral. In that way, you're not doing the job of the Fix the Country. Because we know that you belong to the NPP, which you yourself have said it publicly. And it's no wrong saying you belong to the NPP or the CPP or the NDC. But when the job that you did at Radio XYZ did not show that one day you will rise up against John Mahama. The job and the things or the stuff you said at at your desk at Radio XYZ did not point out that one day you will rise and go to Media General and say John Mahama is not the alternative or John Mahama cannot be trusted. And that is why people don't understand you. Because there's this sort of hypocrisy. People see you to be hypocrite now as we speak. So please, you are very intelligent, nice young man, a chief. I respect that. You know the tradition. I've seen you. I have been seeing your outfit. You clad some clothes and what have you. Please, do a gentle job. If you think you are speaking for the NPP because you belong to the NPP, do your job. Speak for the NPP. If you think you host a whole show to help NPP win power over John Mahama, just do that. But don't pretend you have a veil of neutrality. Don't hide behind fix the country movement or wave and be discrediting John Dramani Mahama. Please. And to our dear brother Kelvin Taylor, you've received commendation and recommendation from many guys in Ghana. People used to watch your show. I mean, your early days as the host of Loud Silence Media, show. It was so excellent. But the insults are becoming one too many. Now, people tune in to watch you only to hear insults. You are insulting everybody in Ghana. Please, can we discuss issues? Can you put out the facts out there? Facts about Ghana. How do we achieve the SDG goals as a country? How do we develop? How do we make sure we have more roads and hospitals? That when I turn around, I can see a very big hospital. See a nice school. See a nice industry. A state-owned enterprise. How do we get there? How do we cut taxes down so that people, individuals, can get into the private sector space? Let's discuss these issues. But the insulting tribes like the Ashantis, will not help the NDC win. You may love John Dramani Mahama. Yes, you're out there saying good stuff about John Dramani Mahama. I respect you for that. We all belong to political parties. But you cannot hate it on a tribe. You can't insult a tribe and think that tribe will rise one day and vote for the NDC. The insult is becoming too much. If you can check on the way you insult people on your show, I think it will work for the NDC. Because many people will love to vote for the NDC this time around. But some of your comments, your show, may scare people, may drive people away from the NDC party. Today is the Ashantis. Today is the Gans. The next day is the Kwaus. We cannot do it this way as a people. When you put camera on you and you think you are doing the job of John Dramani Mahama, which I've said that, I respect that, I love that, please hit it hard on the things that Mahama can do for Ghana. Let Ghanaians know the things that Mahama did and Mahama can do for Ghana. Show us examples in America. Let us know some policies being implemented in America and that is helping Americans. And let's see how our parliament also come in to know that policy and implement same for Ghanaians. The insult will not work, my brother. Spending an hour insulting leaders, the police, chiefs, civil servants, you just name it. You just name it. The insult is becoming too much, Kevin. I respect your hustle. I love your work. Even at the point where your child is crying, you are still defending Ghana. You are still talking about Ghana. But please, let's hit the nail in the head. What do we seek to achieve? We want to see Ghana grow. We want to see Ghana develop. But to see Ghana develop, we cannot follow this trajectory. This trajectory will not help you achieve the John Mahama Ghana. This trajectory will drive many people away from the NDC party. It's as if Ghanaians are not watching, but Ghanaians really watch your show. So please, you can do your show devoid of insults. That is why I think at this point in time, the only person that can come in to salvage the situation is Mr. or former President John Dramani Mahama. Because he knows Kevin Taylor and he knows Mr. Afrifa Mensa or Okatakyie Afrifa. Afrifa has a picture with John Mahama where he was having tete-a-tete with former President Mahama. His days at XYZ was excellent. He had the chance to see many people in NDC or meet many people in NDC. So the person to call these two men to order should be His Excellency, the former President of Ghana, Mr. John Dramani Mahama. Boss, I salute you. You have some work to do. You have to call Mr. Taylor and Mr. Afrifa to order. Let them cease fire before you lose more votes, before the unveiling of scandals drive many people away from the NDC. Because when Kevin hit it hard on Afrifa, Afrifa may also hit it hard in a different way, a way that may not help the cause of the NDC party. I salute you, Mr. President. I salute you, these big men in the media space. But please, let's know what we are doing as a people of a country. Thank you so much for watching me. And if you're watching me now, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell Mr. Okatakyie Afrifa and Kevin Taylor to cease fire. It is now or never. Final Voice, your favorite channel. See you later.